No, 2, 1, and action. Hello, good evening, and welcome to eModels Monday with Foxx is back. So we're going to let Foxx do all the work this week. We're just going to sit back like he did last week. That's it. Yeah, that's him. That's him. Yes, but yeah, that'll teach you.
There we go. Just need 90 minutes of that as a screensaver.
We don't have to talk a lot this week, then, Ted.
Yeah, that's it. I'm going to do the introduction, then that's it.
Yeah, brilliant.
So, kick back, let Foxx catch up for everything that he should have talked about last week. And he missed all the what's in store last week, didn't he? When there was loads of Warhammer and things in it.
I know.
You're just grumpy because I missed it when it was your what's in store. I didn't, you did miss it when it was your what's in store. That's why.
Yeah, but anyway, that's what's it's eModels Monday. Ted at eModels.co.uk. That's the email if you want to get in touch. Otherwise it's eModels.co.uk is a website. Go and have a look. Your one-stop model shop for all your mod making needs, and that's us. Yeah, we're here for a Monday night with Ted, Colin, Foxx, Chris, and I. Yeah, here we are. So that's it. So yeah, I'm going to sit back now. We'll go across to Foxx to the terms and conditions. And that's it. Yeah. Well, remember we kept it. We were quite simple with the terms and conditions last week. So
you were rubbish with the terms and conditions last week.
Yes, there's the man that didn't turn up.
Can we have some go-cat for the bloke in the grey?
Yes, it's your show. It's Monday. It's eModels. It's time to chill out and sit down and hang out with the good folks in chat. I need to sneeze. No, I don't need to sneeze. Okay, I thought I needed to sneeze then.
This is why the terms and conditions take so long.
Yeah.
Shut up. The more you talk, the longer I'll take. I'll do some really slow gestures as well. Yes,
ramble.
Don't say brambles to Foxx. Foxx gets scared when you say brambles.
I'm sulking now. Don't say brambles. Don't say brambles. Yes, it's Monday night. It's a time for you guys to hang out in chat with your friends and have a good time while us four old blokes just rattle around in the live stream. As always, it's up to you to give us stuff to talk about. So if you're watching this and you're in the live chat, please put your comments in all capital letters or
bold.
There you go. So we have a chance to see them because we've all got the chat in front of us, but we're all old and we've got rubbish eyesight. So put your comments in big fat capital letters, or you can at us. You know, all our personal, we're all logged in as ourselves, so you can do that. Or you can do a super chat by hitting the little dollar symbol at the bottom of the chat window. That puts your comment in a big coloured box, and there's no way we can miss it then. If you're watching this and you're not in the chat, then you need to come and join the chat. Click the YouTube icon in the bottom right hand corner of the YouTube video, and that'll take you to the YouTube page where you can carry on watching and join the live chat as well. Don't forget, of course, it's an eModels show for eModels.co.uk, your one-stop shop
for all your model making needs.
That's the one. That's the one, Ted, indeed. So, yeah, don't forget, please keep it nice and clean and family-friendly in the chat because it's a family-friendly show. And please don't mention other retailers in the chat because this is an eModels show for the eModels store. We don't need to talk about other retailers here because they don't exist. And that's the terms and conditions. Keep it clean. Bye.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, that's all there is to it. Yeah, just behave yourself. Have fun. We're here for your fun. Yeah,
I was waiting then for the switch and it was taking a long time.
Sorry.
Professional last week, was we?
You guys were rubbish last week. You're like, do the thing with the writing and the typing and the... There you go. Where's Foxx? Bye.
Yeah, I think all it came down to last week was there's terms and conditions.
Absolutely.
There are terms and some conditions as well. Yes.
It was like, hello, sit down, shut up, be good. Let's get on with it. There you go.
And your call may be charged even though the competition's shut and things like that. Yeah.
I think what we need to do,
though you're not calling us.
We need to get a little video recording of Foxx doing the terms and conditions. And then when he's not here or when he drops out, I can just push a button and we can have a quick Foxx terms and conditions apply.
You may
that
not
would
push
be good, Chris. Yeah, Foxx button.
I cannot be controlled with mere buttons.
Yeah, well done for volunteering for that task, Chris. You can get on with that.
Yeah, good lad.
I shall just record a Foxx doing terms. Wait, I can't. I'm not Foxx. Wait.
Why don't I just do a little animated thing? I could do that. It'd take me 5 minutes. We need a little animated Foxx saying, "Here's the terms and conditions."
Yeah, can we then have? We could have an animated Ted doing the intro bit as well.
No, because I don't know what animal Ted would be. So
what animal? Oh, that's a question for chat then. What animals would we all be?
Well,
Yeah.
obviously, I've already got a character. So
Well,
what animal? If I was drawing animals for these, you know what my character is. But if I was drawing animals for these 3 reprobates,
Yeah.
Look at
what
us all
would they
trying to
be?
look.
I think Colin. Yeah, I think Colin over here could be a big grizzly bear.
Absolutely, mate. Guy the
Bear,
gorilla,
bear.
silverback.
I don't think I want to answer this question anymore. Can we go in for something different?
People in chat, please discuss this for the next 45 minutes. What animals? Would these
Yeah.
people be?
So what? Yeah. The next question is, what's Chris going to be then? Angus Elliott says a badger. It could be a badger.
Badger.
Yeah. So what can I be?
Chris could be the war hamster behind him, couldn't he?
There was an eyebrow.
I think I could do a hamster.
I mean, Chris is tiny, so he could be a hamster.
Oh, he's got to be an Ewok.
And he's got the little chubby cheeks with this.
It's got to be an Ewok, isn't it?
Just makes you want to.
Lee Barrett says Colin could be Uncle Bulgaria. I thought that would fit.
Yeah, that would fit.
That would fit.
No, it's a bit pointy.
Nah.
Have you got a smoke? Although having said that, have you got a smoking jacket, Cole?
No.
Go get one.
See, you're not qualified to be Uncle
I
Bulgaria.
don't smoke, so I don't need a smoking jacket.
Yeah. All right. Have a look on Amazon for smoking jackets. Yeah, we'll do that.
Yes.
So where else? What else? Ted model making hen. Nah, I don't think
I think Ted's more of like like a silver fox or something, or
No,
and we've already got a fox. Maybe a
I
wolf.
think Ted should be one of those little meerkats that pops up looking around out the hole like that.
Yeah.
I think Ted's more the badger. He's got the fuzzy lip, and he's got the I don't know, perhaps, maybe.
Yeah, we're going to get Foxx occupied for the next couple of days now, drawing caricatures.
Oh,
of
God.
Hey, minimum wage times number of hours. I'll be happy with that. Thank you very much.
Ted could be a skunk. Oh, very cheeky, Graham. Yeah.
Well, he's always chasing the ladies.
Yeah, what was that? Pepe Le Pew, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Angus Elliott says, "Hi, Pete. Got to see the doctor today, so I get to see the stream live." Yay!
Yeah, there's always a silver lining.
We are live, so you can see all the bleeps and bloopers and things.
Put it this way: if you didn't need to see one, you will do after us lot have been on.
Yeah,
Live from Nottingham.
Not
Nottingham.
allowed to reference any previous jobs for Ted. Okay.
No, Ted just can't discuss any previous jobs.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I've got lots of them, but I can't talk about any of them.
You'd be surprised. People won't know this, but like we have our own little group chat where we talk, and the number of times somebody will put a photograph up of something just unconnected from anything, and Ted will be like, "Yeah, that's another job I can't talk about."
Yeah, I've been there, done that. Yeah, got the t-shirt. But yeah. Anyway, we digress. While people are coming up with their caricatures for us all, what animals that we could be, we'll go across to Colin for the terms. Not the terms of conditions. We'll go across to Colin for definite week.
Definitely. Yeah. First of all, we're going to have a factoid, Ted.
Factoids.
Festus for tactoids of the fatigue.
Yeah, yeah, that's the word. Can't even say my own name without getting that wrong now. Festus factoids, folks. On this very day in 1981, RCA put on sale the Selector Vision video disc.
I forgot to do my bit for. I'll look it up while you're doing this thing, and I'll do music of the week.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. 10 years after RCA applied for the first patents, even, and it was based on the electronic capacitance technology. Yeah,
Capacitance,
wasn't it? And you used to get a 2-hour movie on a 12-inch, $15 record on a $500 player. Wow,
Yep.
There you go. You just had to turn it around halfway through and all because they could only get a bit on each side.
and you have to be careful because you get the murderer is. Oh,
Yeah, absolutely. So we're now going over to births.
booths.
Absolutely. On this day in 1916, a bloke called Nathan Schellenberg Klein was born, and he was an American psychiatrist. And he was credited with founding the field of, psychopharmacology. There you go.
Almost.
That's what he
Something
done.
to do with bikes, isn't it?
I've got no idea, mate. Something to
think
do with the
it's farming.
biochemical treatment of mentally ill people. There you go.
Something to do with mental illness and farmers, I think.
Oh, I thought you said about
Absolutely. That
cycles.
was, absolutely. Then we had another bloke here, an American physicist.
Physicists. I like the way it trails off. Physicists.
I know. Why are they always them? Robert Andrews Millikan. He was born in 1868. And what was he famous for? Millikan's famous oil drop experiment. There you go.
Oh, yeah, the thing where he dropped some oil. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's famous, that is.
The last birth of the week, I'm building up to this one, was a German astronomer
Excellent.
who established the study of variable stars as an independent branch of astronomy.
It's like Star Trek, isn't it?
And his name, Gordon Bennett, no, it wasn't Gordon Bennett, his name was Friedrich Wilhelm August Starglander.
Starglander?
So
I
there you
like
go.
I like the way that the camera's really close on Colin this week, so we can see him forming the words.
Yeah.
Mate, honestly, I'm struggling to see them and all.
This camera's in such a place that every single word is like just he has to. Oh.
Absolutely, we've got some deaths. Respectful this week, I hope. What possibly could go wrong?
It could happen.
On this day in 1960, at the ripe old age of 81, a British botanist called
Botanist.
What do you do for a living? I
Yeah,
can't tell
respectful.
you. Oh, respectful. What's it? Ma.
a British botanist,
Scene.
Nee Robertson, whatever that is. That's her maiden name, isn't it?
That'll be his name.
Her name was Agnes Arbour with an A. Got to get that in. And she was noted chiefly for her studies in comparative anatomy of plants, especially monocotyledons. Yeah, them ones.
Yeah, that one.
Her interest in botany began in her school days in London. Her first book, Herbals with an H, their origins.
I got kicked in the herbals once. It wasn't fun. He's gone.
Oh, Golden Bennett.
We got kicked right in the herbals.
We had Golden Bennett. No, yeah, we had a German poet, a zoologist. I've got a botanist and a geologist. Really,
I'm crying here.
He died on the 22nd of March, would be, because it's today, in 1832.
Kind of the point.
His name was Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. I've told you what he did, didn't I? He worked at the Zerfarbelenere on the theory of in 1810, and he parted radically from Newton's interpretation of white light as a mixture of colours. Oh, so that, folks, is about all I can do.
I've never known a botanist before. Ooh.
I bet you
got
have.
away with it.
I'm crying here.
Yeah, hello. What do you do for a job? I'm a botanist.
Yeah,
I study bottoms.
yeah. I thought I'd better look at the post-it note before
Me too, but I don't get paid for it.
Oh, God, Bennett, why do I do it myself?
Oh, and his name, Gordon Bennett. No, that wasn't his name. Don't ever change, Cole. Don't ever change.
Colin does not realise he's reading from the births and deaths of scientists, along with the deaths of the names.
Oh, mate. It's like,
Yeah.
I love the fact that you were momentarily surprised that he died on today's day. It's like, oh yeah.
oh, yeah, it would be, because it's today, and it's like corrugating.
Oh, well.
Donald
Hey,
McKenzie says, "Well done, Colin. Never mind the rest of these amateurs."
Absolutely.
think
Ted,
it's on
what's your new system? What's your new segment going to be called?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I need to make up a title for it quickly.
Yeah,
Because we'd all forgotten about it, to be perfectly
Call
honest.
it tune of the
Yeah,
week.
I totally forgot about it because we'd already experimented last week. We'll have another go this week. It's This Day in Music.
This day in music. Okay.
Music.
And it can bring back some shudders of horror that remembering music, or it could bring back some really interesting memories.
I won't
But
remember any of
one of the really shuddering memories that it could bring back was this day in history. This day in music in 1975 was the Bay City Rollers. Come on, you all had tartan. I bet you had tartan trousers and tartan.
Can I just show you my slobby relaxing pants?
No,
There's a good
I had
choice.
one sister that was a Bay City Rollers fan, and the other one was Osmond's, and the fighting was electric between them.
Yeah, the tartan teen sensation Bay City Rollers were at #1 with the group's first #1 single was "Bye Bye Baby."
Bye bye. I got it in my head now. God damn it.
Yes, everybody in chat is now singing "Bye Bye Baby."
See, I've got the riff in my head for Shangalang for some reason, and I'm embarrassed to admit that.
And here's another one. Here's another one, #1 that will probably go around in your head again. Wipe out "Bye Bye Baby," but we can have "Going Underground" from the Jam. That was at #1.
That's not a new one for me. That
in 1980.
I can see this section being hated by everyone because they're all sitting there going, "Get out of my head! Get out of my head!"
Where else do we?
We definitely need some more because I'm busy making a title for you.
Yeah,
Keep going.
1997, Puff Daddy, whoever he was, Puff Daddy featuring Mars starred a 6-week run at #1 in the US charts. Elvis Presley in 2004 claimed, a new book claimed that Elvis Presley's ancestors came from a small village in Lomond in the northeast of Scotland. That's interesting. Yeah. Lady Gaga.
Interesting.
Yeah, and not a lot else happened in history. However, born in today in music, sort of impinging on Colin's section here. Roger Whittaker was born in 1936.
Oh, he was the whistling bloke, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I can't whistle, mate. Never been able to.
And I haven't heard of anybody else. Andrew Lloyd Webber was born in 1948.
Well, we don't care about Andrew Lloyd Webber. He's not really music. He's more just middle class nonsense.
Why is this font so big?
Oh,
Right, keep going.
That's what they all say.
I'm trying to make the font thing for Ted's Tunes, but I can't get it working. There's a big T. It's getting there.
Oh yeah, I'll see it. Yeah, it's showing up on the screen.
The rest of the people I don't recognise because it's probably too. Tears
I don't know, it's not working.
Yeah, but there we go. That's a few things out of This Day in Music from thisdayinmusic.com.
Ted's deeply prepared with plenty of time section.
Yeah.
Remind
me near the end. I'll get the title for it set up properly.
Okay. Yeah.
Philly says something in chat. Sorry.
Now I've got to remember, like Colin, every week to do this as well as what's in store next week.
Yeah, it gets complicated, Ted, doesn't it, mate?
It does, yeah. And as usual, I won't probably remember until I sit down in the chair just to switch the computer on to do the live stream on eModels.
It's always the way that goes.
That's the way.
Philly says something in chat that I thought, as Colin was saying it, he said that sounded like he partied radically, and I thought he said partied radically when you're talking about one of the physicists who partied radically from Newton. But I thought you said partied as in he party hard.
No, he partied.
He partied radically.
As in parting your barnet.
Yeah, we know that. You're free for pound.
Free for pound.
However, Ted's Top Tunes, that's quite a good one.
Ted's Top Tunes.
I've already called it Ted's Tunes, and I've got the text ready to go, but for some reason I couldn't get it to fit on the screen properly.
Ted's Tunes, or is it T-O-O-N?
I did go Tunes, but
unless you're from Manchester,
might change it.
CHOONS. Tunes.
Yeah, Scale Modelling Chaos says it wasn't born in 75, but he knows that tune. And Mark says this is total earworm territory. Yeah, it could be.
Could we? I'll name that tune in 3. That was fun. I've dropped my mouse. My mouse is now on the floor. I can't press any more buttons.
You'll have to do the artwork at, I guess, 1080p to make it fit in the right place.
Oh yeah.
1080 by 1719, whatever it is.
1920 by 1080.
It's just text. It's just text like I do for you lot, but you know.
You get a free wine gum, Cole.
Absolutely. I've been doing overlays for my yard for ages.
Yep.
It's embedded in.
I've got a template, 1080p size, all my
Yeah.
thumbnails, all of it,
Yeah, it's
everything.
like bing, done.
Oh, you must show me how. You must show me how to do that because I'm useless.
We will show you, Ted.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. What do we do next?
We do have a rather embarrassing claim and admission by Lord Berkeley III, who said, had a Bay City Rollers pants and vest set, was only about 7. What he left off then was weeks ago.
Oh, mate, that's up there with my metal mullet, then, mate.
Dear me.
Yeah. I can remember, not me personally, but I can remember people walking down the street with red oxblood Doc Martens, white trousers hitched up with a tartan stripe down the side, three-star jumpers, and a tartan scarf on the wrist.
And it was all skin tight, and they were all
Ted,
scrawny and skinny. And
Ted, that was your reflection in the window, mate. Just saying. Bless you.
Yeah, I did have a 3-star jumper, and I did have some flares that sort of buttoned up halfway up your chest. You started at the waist, came.
Oh, the eye wasters. Yeah.
The thing I want to know, right? The thing I want to know, whenever you look at photos from the 70s, and you look at the gentleman with the long hair, and the hair always looks minging like it's not been washed for 6 weeks. But they obviously didn't wash the hair once every quarter. So were shampoos in the 70s just that bad that everybody's hair looked minging?
Nah, people still use Brill cream, didn't they?
No, not people with like long hair, like, long poncy, like, I mean proper, like hippie hair. They always look minging like it hadn't been washed for months, but...
Or you could have the hair like Michael Jackson used to have.
Afro.
Big afro that came
Bob
around like
Ross
that. It was a bit like
so,
that.
So was shampoo particularly rubbish in the 70s then for men?
Yeah, it was pretty.
Was it?
Yeah, Vorzine, in a green bottle.
Yeah, it was pretty much
Vosine.
Vosine and Head and Shoulders, wasn't it?
Vosine.
Yeah.
Because if you look at people, they always have manky hair. It's just like...
I don't think we had Head and Shoulders then. It was like Vorzine, wasn't it? Yeah.
Did men not use Timotei or anything like that?
No.
What was the other one? VO5, wasn't it?
VO5, that was Vosine, I think you're thinking of.
Is it?
Oh yeah,
Same thing,
VO5 maybe. I don't know. I just get this impression that shampoos in the 70s were garbage because everybody had manky.
But you can wash your hair in your Vorzine, splash a bit of after eight.
Bit of after 8.
Before 7-Eleven, Ted.
Yeah, go out smelling the mints.
Do you remember Blakey's? Everyone having Blakey's in their shoes. You used to clitter clatter all down the pavement when you was walking. Like tap dancer.
But when I was at school at that point, so just around that point, so I didn't have Blakey's, but what we used to do was get some thumbtacks and jam them into the bottom of our shoes and go as we walked down the school corridor.
Dave Carbon says hippies never wash their hair. The myth was that it became self-cleaning if you left it long enough.
But I don't mean hippies. I just mean like normal people, but that had long hair, as people did in the 70s, like middle class people.
Yeah. Another thing that you see as well is you get people from the 70s who still live in the 70s and they've still got the long hair, but the bald on the top.
Yeah.
They've tried to comb over. The comber hasn't quite worked.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Well, the thing is, that's a good thing because you need to know who the serial killers are, really. So
yeah,
it's good that they telegraph it for you.
Or you occasionally see the original punk still walking down the street.
Yeah.
That's never changed his style.
52-year-old with a mohawk, and it's like,
yeah.
How did punks sleep when they had the big spikes? How do you? I don't understand how you put your head on a pillow.
The thing is, have you ever actually seen a punk when the hair's not gelled up?
Yeah, it's like the baldy man's comb over out.
It looks so stupid when it just goes. It's hilarious. Anders Ericsson says, "Why is that shampoo named Head and Shoulders? Can it be an occasional hair on my shoulder, but it doesn't need any shampoo?"
Max says, "Still buy Doc Martens today? Yeah, you can still see them.
You've got to mortgage your house to get a pair, haven't you?"
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I used to wear them for work, but I never liked them because they were slippy as hell. You couldn't chase anybody in them. I didn't even find them comfortable.
Don't forget, you've got the obligatory 4 weeks of taking all the skin off your ankles.
Yeah, they used to remove skin very, very good around the heel bones and heels, didn't they?
See, the thing is now with Doc Martens, it's much cheaper to go to your local, I don't know what you call them, but not an Army and Navy store, but like a army surplus store and get a proper
Yeah.
pair of like German paratrooper boots. They'll cost you
Yeah.
50 quid and they'll last you like 20 years.
Yeah.
I've got a pair. I bought a pair in January last year that I haven't used yet because we haven't gone out anywhere.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I haven't I took my car for its MOT and wore them, and because I hadn't broken them in with my ankles, I was cutting my ankles to shreds. But that lost me
Yeah.
for like 20 years, those boots.
Of course they will. You're not going anywhere, are you?
So 20 years like last year, yeah, easy.
But it does take a while to get used to boots that weigh as much as a small child. It's kind of bizarre, but
Good. Yeah, I've got to put my work boots on tomorrow because I'm going to work. So yeah, it's been the first time I put them on for 12 months.
Johnny
Well,
says
guess
that they
I'm
sleep
guessing-
upside down like bats, punks. That's obviously how they sleep. Yeah, makes sense.
this is
Yeah.
what got me with that. You know, if I went out somewhere like going to a club and I put, for example, gel in my hair, half an hour in bopping away at the club, my hair's a mess. Yeah, a punk can go to a club and be headbanging and mosh pitting all around the pub, absolutely blasted out of his face, and his hair still stays like that.
Oh, yeah.
It's
It's
like-
because it's been in the trouser press, isn't it?
I needed some of that action going on, some of that hair gel.
Yeah, those were the days. Yeah, you're not going out in that because says your dad.
Yeah.
Okay, Dad. Long hair, bald on top is a skullet. Says Phillies. Is it? Is that an actual? Is that an actual name? A skullet?
Yeah.
That's the
Right, yeah.
point. When you see a punk, he's either got no hair or a big pointy sticky up hair.
Mm.
Why do you never see them in the middle stage when they're actually growing the hair out to get to the sticky up stage? You never see them with like long flowing hair.
Yeah.
It's like, do they just shut themselves away for like 4 years and then come out
You
with
don't
the
see a
spikes?
Mohican that long either, do you? You know, you
No,
don't
you
see
never
like
s-
this little.
Mhm.
It's like you see the butterfly, you see the caterpillar, but you never see the bit in between.
Mm.
Pupa.
Yeah. Yeah, but that just occurred to me the other day, Colin. When, as you say, when you see not 50, they're actually in the 60s now. The punks,
Yeah.
walking down the street with anarchy and
Yeah. I'm an
the-
anarchy
yeah.
supporter, and it's like, yeah.
on the back of the jacket and in the 60s. Yeah, sorry. Lee Barrett used to make Doc Martin boots.
Oh, really? Oh, good man.
Well, we never know. Yeah, never know. There's everybody in our chats. Oh, where else what else we got? Oh, we do have an announcement to make. I don't know if I want to make it now or later on or whatever.
We'll be doing that at the end.
Yeah, and
Towards the
have we got anything for giving away this week, or have we?
We might have something else at the end, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm totally lost. Yeah, but
we know, Ted. We know, but we love you anyway. Yeah, so we have an announcement and a giveaway this week, so please stick around till the end of the show because we might leave it to the very last minute. And don't forget, of course, you never know when he who must be obeyed, the big boss Pete mate, who isn't the big boss. 'cause
Oh, I
this
thought you
is
meant
Pete,
Ted.
mate. No, he's just the boss man.
yeah,
The Belta Loader. The big boss, who is second only to the big boss's missus, Pete mate. You never know. He might be watching, and he might suddenly send me a text saying, "Give something away this thing," but you never know. Sometimes things happen, sometimes they don't. So it's always worth sticking to the end because you never know when Pete mate might have been in the kitchen near the drinks cabinet and watching the show.
I just did a comment there by Angus. All punks never die; they just stand at the back. Oh, well done to it. Yeah, so now it's over to you lot. Yeah, we've done enough talking so far because I need to drink in a moment. So it's over to you lot in chat to sort of generate which way we're going to take the conversation tonight.
I think we should all just sit and watch the people in chat for a while. Look.
Yeah,
quietly.
Yeah, it's over to you. It's your show. You guide us where we want to go. So yeah, what else are we on about? Everybody's on about boots at the moment.
Who started that?
Lee Barrett used to heat weld the soles onto the welt. Probably technical terms for boots. British Army. Did they used to sell them at British Army assault boots? Did they sell Doc Martens?
Not DMs, I wouldn't have thought, because they're nowhere near hard wearing enough for actual army use. I would
God.
have thought DMs. They're far too poncy and soft.
Yeah, I have been looking at a new pair of boots, intending to buy a new pair of boots for when the world opens up and I'll go walking in the fells again. And I found the actual supplier, the maker of British Army boots. So I've been looking at them. Yeah, they're not cheap, but they certainly should last us a while.
Is this where every squad you now says you don't want to get good boots, not British Army boots?
Yeah. So yeah, Stuart Tucker started off belly, spag ball, bench, B2 spirit of 172nd, spag ball. Yeah, I had
Ask the question, Ted. You've not asked the question yet.
yeah, what belly and bench? belly and bench is the question. What's in the belly and what's on the bench? Tonight I had. What did I have?
Let me go back in time, many moments.
Back into the twilight.
Wait a minute, did I have dinner?
No, it was in my head, and then it went. Poof.
I was a young man back in the day when I had my dinner.
Yeah.
I remember it
That
well.
was it. I had bubble and squeak and bacon. Yes, that's all we had because we had a big roast yesterday. So the wife made bubble and squeak with what was left over tonight.
Oh, what's on your bench?
Cool.
what's
Twisted
on your
Rail
bench,
Hobby
Ted?
says Chris normally sits at the back and watches. Yeah, I'm quite happy to sit in the background. If there was a way of making this picture a little bit smaller than all the others and just having me off to the side, I'd use that, but there isn't.
If Chris would be happy if he was just a thumbnail, wouldn't you, Chris?
Yeah.
Nice. Yes, Ted, what's on your bench?
Oh,
Hey,
What's on my bench? Lots of things on the bench. Have a look.
Damn it.
Hang on.
Who gave you all the buttons?
Titanic. That's
Ted's
the,
talking, leave him alone. You can't get rid of Ted when he's talking. He doesn't know he's not on screen. Carry on, Ted. Foxx was being rude. It's all for you, Ted. Off you go.
Yeah. So that's what's on my bench. The Titanic and the Hydra and some dudes and some paper, and lots of other things. That's what's on the bench. Over to you, Fox. What's on your bench?
tonight I had mostly been eating pad thai because Monday night is takeout now. Theoretically, it's our one night of the week when we can do takeout because of my health. I can't eat lots of takeouts all the time. I'll probably die. And it's supposed to be Monday. We have takeout. Sometimes it's Wednesday as well, and maybe Friday, Thursday, Tuesday, Saturday, maybe Sunday. So we try. Anyway, yes. So pad thai tonight, and on the bench mostly I have been working on. On Fridays, I have been streaming on the eModels channel the Imperial Knight Canis Rex, which we've got this far in the build so far. It's not a lot. We've done the legs, we've done the gams, we've done the crotchy wiggly bits, and we've done some of the torso ready and waiting. And I can report for anyone who watched the stream on Friday, the head is still wiggly. I can still do wiggly with the head. My ham-fisted super gluing actually worked. So yeah, so the Canis Rex is coming along nicely. I've got other things going on as well, but that's pretty models.
And now the final two. So Colin, what have you got?
What I've been doing my Bane Blade, didn't I?
Bye bye.
Bye.
I might have gone a little bit over the top though.
I might need to turn my camera off for a minute when Colin shows this. Whoa.
But yeah, I've kind of got that far with it. I've got another 2 sponsons to go in the middle. So I've been doing that.
That's a whole army in itself, isn't it?
Yes. That's about 7,000 points, that is.
The challenge was to put all the bits on the Bane Blade, and I've been printing a wrecking ball for it.
Wrecking ball.
That moves.
Yeah, I think with today's announcement by the government of military cuts, I think they're going to build Bane Blades so they can reduce the number of soldiers and just have a Bane Blade each.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I've been up to.
Ooh.
That leaves one person.
That leaves one person. Myself. Mostly this week, I've been doing very little. I've not been doing very much at all.
At least he's honest.
I had full intentions to get some paint done on the eModels build, and I intended to do it each and every day, and then the next day I intended to do it as well, and then I intended to do it the day after, and I intended to do it today, and I didn't. But next week there shall be paint put onto the eModels build, but not this week.
I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
I must admit, Chris, I do get a bit like that myself. I sort of wake up, the alarm goes off, and I wake up in bed. The eyes open. I think, yes. Before I lift my head off the pillow, I'm thinking, today I will go in the workshop and I will do whatever. And by the time I've pulled the covers back, got out of bed, I've totally lost. Yeah, I've totally lost.
You've probably forgotten though, haven't you? That's your excuse.
Yeah. For me, it's more that I'll go to bed at night thinking, right, tomorrow I'm going to do this, and I'm visualizing it. I'm thinking, I'm going to put that there. I'm going to paint this thing on here. This is going to be good. I'm dead enthusiastic, and I'll wake up and be like, yes, I'll do this today. Like Ted, I'll do this today. Get it painted. Got up, abluted, made my coffee, read the news. 3 in the afternoon. Oh.
Yeah. It's too late now. Yeah, it's 3 o'clock. I'm streaming at 9. Yeah, it's too late to start anything now. So
Yeah, I'll do
Or
that
like today,
tomorrow.
it's like I'll do some painting. I will, but oh look, it's Colin and Dad on a stream. I'm playing Skyrim.
so that's what happened, folks. That's how it is with the eModels builders.
Yes. Right, where's Bench and Belly up to? We had a load,
keep
didn't we?
Keep watching.
Right, where are we? People are still talking about boots. So, Phil East is the first one. It says chicken burger in the belly and a 70 Boss Mustang on the bench. Nice.
Graham McRoberts says Billy chicken barbecue pizza.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Peter Rogers says
Hey.
Punk, Steve Jones, Paul Cook, Sid Vicious, and even Glenn Matlock. And of course, Johnny Rotten never had mohawks. He wasn't talking about Benjamin Belly. But
Yeah, not you realise that halfway through. Not every punk had a mohawk. That's what I'm saying. They either had no hair or very little hair, but you never got the in between bit. You never got them when they were growing the hair out to do the spikes, which they'd have a little weird.
Some had all over spiky, didn't they? Some had leopard skin hair.
'Cause
Prime time gone.
I was going to say the irony is to grow the hair out to get the spikes, they'd have to have at least a 1 year period where they look like a long-haired hippie. So they'd have to be a hippie. For
there's
a
the
year
thing
to
with the
get to
little
be
spikes, isn't there? There's little spikes.
Yeah, but if you want to get spikes this big, that's like 2-3 years.
Yeah, but
of
surely the
growth to
little
be that
spikes, the
long.
next bit to the little spikes is slightly bigger spikes, and you get away with them. And it's only when you get to a certain size that you can get rid of the side ones and have the mohawk spikes. So there's
don't know.
probably a gradient to work
But
your way out.
technically, when they wake up in the morning, they look like a floppy sleeve, long-haired hippie, which is quite ironic, I think.
Yeah.
Primetime Modelling says, Belly, homemade noodle stir-fry bench, cleaning up the workspace. Clearing up the workspace. Sorry, you were going to read that, weren't you, Colin? Sorry, mate.
I
He was.
but
He
you
started
was
reading that, in
rambling.
fact, yeah.
You was rambling, so I'm like, yeah, kind
you
of
not
lost the will to
ramble?
live.
I don't ramble, I'm a princess.
Scan modelling chaos, belly, chicken nuggets, chips and beans.
Nice and
Bench,
simple.
nothing finished. The Meng, oh no, what's he? Bench nothing as he finished his Meng Tomb Tiger for his video build.
Bing! Yeah, you get a ding for that.
Someone further back asked me to say boats.
Boats.
Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah.
Don't
Reggie-
know why.
Reggie Modeler says bench, Def Dread, Def Copters, and a Pain Boy. Def Copters, they're the really crappy metal ones that nobody likes, aren't they? Belly, beef sandwich.
Beef sandwich.
Or
Beef.
that could be belly beef sandwich.
No, he did put
No,
put
it's
punctuation in there.
It's punctuation.
Yeah.
Oz Scale Modelling has
G'day.
belly, toast and peanut butter.
G'day.
Bench 135th Academy USMC AH-1Z Sharkmouth helicopter gunship.
All I read in all of that was Sharkmouth.
Sharkmouth, yeah, helicopter gunship with a sharkmouth.
That was just bench, Sharkmouth.
Does he get a ding for shark mouth, or is it just?
No, it's not finished.
No. We've got to withhold the dings just purely for finish.
Well, can we have something else for a Sharkmouth then? How about
That's not very
how
sharkmouthy.
about a pop? I know, but it's all I can think of.
Well, you could have a shark.
Yeah, but the shark could be that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's your shark.
Yeah, but that's not sharkmouth though, is it?
It's not. Yeah, it's not very audio, is it? Not very audio.
I
like your face there, Ted, like- It's not my hand. It's not my hand. It's a shark.
if I don't look at it, nobody sees it.
Yeah. Lee Barrett says belly, pork and veggies. We might need some clarification on that one. That's like just saying food.
Yeah,
Pork and veggies. Bench 30-year-old 148 Airfix Sea Harrier. I can just sense all the pain in that build.
Yeah, to think the 30-year-old kit and it's a Sea Harrier. What you think is a modern aircraft? 30-year-old kit.
Wow. I can't imagine how yellow those decals will be.
Ooh.
Never Model Making's in. Malcolm Nevberry says belly, chicken salad, bench, two new builds for eModels.
More food. Where's the food? Everyone's saying food.
Yeah.
Angus has got food. Belly, coffee. That's rubbish.
This is
Bench
correct.
just finished my Airfix Mini with rally decals. Can I get a Dong Ted? I think there's meant to be a comma in there as well, but yeah.
Actually using a hammer, I love it. Zazda says that the Canis Rex, which is the Imperial Knight, should actually be called the Canis Vulpes, which is Fox's doggo. That works for me.
Mm.
Uh,
There's obviously a comment about your Beyblade there, Colin. It's a new British Army tank after the latest cuts. Yeah, just
Yeah.
build them bigger.
Graham McRoberts says for you, Colin, he says, Festa, get a small engine and receivers for the guns to move.
I have them really beautiful microscopic motors, Fox, don't I? The side sponsons are going to move with.
He's
so, yeah.
already thought of that, dude. He's going
Already-
to motorise the living carp out of it.
Absolutely. Angus Allett, he says, with an A.
That's the
Belly
one that I just
coffee-
read.
You
Oh, you should
didn't.
let me- read it out
That'll be
first.
that one. But you can do it again.
You
It's fine.
didn't, did- No.
You
I think
probably
we
do
should
it
read
better
again
than
and
me.
We should get Festa's interpretation of the phrase. Go on,
This
read
is
it.
why I sit quietly in the background, because nobody listens to what I say anyway.
Well, all he said was
Who
coffee.
said that?
Yeah, he said belly coffee bench. Just finished the FX Mini with rally decals. Can I get a dong tip?
Can you
He's
have a
already
dong
had
tag?
it.
There we
You
go.
don't get another one. Wait, hey.
Right. Angus Allett says belly, coffee, bench. Just finished my FX Mini with rally decals. Can I get a dong, Ted? Oh, I love this. Oh, we're idiots.
God, it gets better every week, doesn't it? Each
Yeah,
week
do you know
I'm
what the
like,
best kind of idiot is? We're the best kind of idiot. Donald Mackenzie. I've got the Beatles in my head now. Belly, sausage roll and cheesy chili. Oh, sausage roll and cheesy chili beans.
Cheesy chili beans. No,
Cheesy chili beans.
Is that chili beans with added cheese, or do they come cheesy chili beans?
Cheesy chili beans.
Chili
It's a
beans.
sensation. Bench, I don't care. Bench rose molds as my daughter would like to do a Phantom of the Opera thing for her mother. Okay.
Oh,
And then Donald Mackenzie also says wimpy.
wimpy.
Oh,
Wimpy. Yeah.
I can't have wimpy. Shut up.
Yeah. Oh.
Johnny says belly vegetable lasagna bench F104 about to be tossed in the bin. That doesn't sound good.
What, the lasagna or the 104?
I
Hopefully not the
suspect the
rest of it.
104.
Yeah, you'd see your way through a lasagna before you put it in the bin, wouldn't you? Oh.
Gemma Williams, oh dear. Gemma
Oh.
Williams says, Chris, you've been telling me that you've been doing stuff at the bench.
I've been doing some moderately secret stuff at the bench, which is not fit for public consumption at the moment. So
Oh yeah, we've heard about them sort of people. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Gemma, it's been going in the workshop, shutting the door, feet on the bench.
okay, I shall show you. I've been doing some sculpting.
Wait, if it's what you were sculpting today, that's definitely not suitable for public consumption.
I've been doing some sculpting
things.
for a new diorama that I'm building, and that's what I've sculpted so far.
Oh, I thought you were going to produce some sort of like head and a bust of Michelangelo.
Yeah.
No, actual sculpting that I've been doing for things.
Yeah,
So,
kind of
yes.
bring over his chisel, Ted,
See, with
give it
a
all
hammer
that.
and chisel.
It's more mold sculpting with clay rather than actual.
Oh, sculpt the mold stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sculptable.
But yes, I've been doing that and another bit that's better but more secretive. So you'll have to wait and see.
Steve131 says belly paella, bench Tamiya Panther G.
Yeah, it's paella.
Paella. Would that be a
Yeah.
Panther Aus G?
Wow, gee.
Ausführung J. J. I think G's J in German.
Dave Carbod, I can't start now. Loose women are on. What?
okay.
It's just like loose men, isn't it? Yeah, loose men.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah.
Anders,
Sonderkraftfahrzeug. Yeah.
Anders has belly cheeseburger and fries for lunch, a sandwich and coffee, and some fruit this evening. We get the full
He really
day's
has given
menu
up on
from
the diet
Anders
on a
now.
Monday, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He really has killed the diet on a Monday. I think we did that to him now.
But there is a good reason for that, because the bench is nothing, absolutely nothing. He says reorganisation in progress.
Yes, I think Ted, he has actually finished his big, massive Panther, whatever it was.
Yeah,
That
but
massive
he finished
tank.
it.
Whatever
he
it
finished
was, he's
last-
only been telling
yeah,
us about it for the last year and a half.
Oh, was he? No, no.
Yeah, he finished it last week. He had a ding.
Yeah,
He had
But
a thing last
I
week.
think it deserves a second ding.
Oh no. No,
It's a decision of the committee.
Yeah,
It
Ted's
is
taking his
decided.
dinging very seriously, and it's like, oh,
No,
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 no, no,
No, no.
no. These are very sought after dings, you know. We
Yeah.
don't just give them away because we like
He
people.
converted to Officer Ted mode, didn't you? Oh, no, 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 no.
Ted is the committee. The committee's decision is final.
Yeah, it's written in the rules. Yeah.
Don't go, he can get his little rule book out of his breast pocket. It's
Yeah,
fine.
Got you all right
sweating.
there, Ted. You need to get a cloth, mate, to mop your brow there, buddy.
Yeah, I'm sweating a bit now because you've asked for 2 dings.
He'll happily give you money, but don't ask him for a ding.
Oh, yeah.
Jason Martin asks us all a question. He says, if money was no object, what would you want a model of, and from which manufacturer to all of the crew?
Yeah, this question pops up now and again, and I can never think of anything.
Yeah, we always think we've got a smart ass answer, and we never have.
Yeah,
I've got a couple that I would probably look at, which would be Space Battleship Yamato or the Eagle Transporter that you did. That probably would be my
What, the 1/500th Yamato?
yeah, you know, the big old space battleship.
The one I've got down there under my bench waiting to be done.
Yeah, something. Yeah, one of those bad boys. So yeah, because
Yeah,
you
I
could
think-
light the bejesus out of it.
I think I'd like a Trident submarine with all the internals. A bit like
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, a bit like the U-boat that I did. But
The thing is,
Would you have it with launchable nukes, Ted, so that you could have the red button of I can't press the buttons?
You could have a red button right on the display stand, couldn't
Yeah.
you? So you could push, and the missiles would.
Yeah. Don't
I can
push
just
that
see- I
red
can just-
button, Ted.
I can see them being like little toy. They go, pip. And
But
they
it's
go
the
like, that
fact
was
that Ted would
underwhelming.
have a large red button on his desk, Fox, and you know he'd just want to go.
They just ping out and flop.
It'd rise up majestically and then just fall over.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, with modern submarines like the Tridents and stuff, aren't they just kind of boring on the outside? It's just a black tube compared to like a U-boat, which has a shape to it and a sleekness and a design, and it's got all the surface details.
It depends what class submarine it is. Some of them are like that, but the Trident does have a bit of a shape to it because it's got the row of missile tubes, and then it drops down at the back, and it's got a bit more shape to it.
Is the inside not boring as well, though, because it's all computer screens and stuff rather than proper?
Yeah, I think it consists of 2,000 computer screens and 4 beds.
You think of that bomb compartment, though, Ted, the detail on it. It's big nukes and big booms.
Yeah. Well, you'd have the reactor section as well.
Yeah, the core, yeah.
But that's the thing. That's the thing I never quite understood was the people that make like submarine kits. You get like battleships, and you get U-boats, and you get like aircraft carriers, and then you get these are ones where there's no interior. It's just a black tube with a black thing on top, and there's not really much to.
Yeah, you can, but there is a model out that now, Trumpeter make it actually. You can buy the Astute class submarine, which is just like that. It's just a black tube with a couple of red paint
Just
marks
get a
on
bit
it.
of UPVC drain pipe, and stick a yogurt pot on the top.
Sticky back plastic.
Sticky back plastic.
Yeah,
Where are we up to? If money was no object, I don't know. To be perfectly honest,
Would it be something Warhammer based or Gundam based?
if money was no object, I would pay someone to design a model of some of the ships from Elite Dangerous. At least of my Asp Explorer, the big fat Asp, or my Crate Mark II, the Competence Funk. To design a one-off massive model of that.
That would be
so I could build
studio
and paint.
size, would it? So you can go
Studio.
proper cooey.
Yeah, so I could go and with it. And,
He'd want it
Competence
one-to-one,
Funk's
so he
big
could park it in his
He
county.
wants to sit in the garden and be sat in it and go, look, Mum, look at me.
Well, that'd be good because the Competence Funk is a crate, so that's like the size of an office building, which is kind of cool. So. I don't know though. If seriously answer it, I don't know what I would. If I could afford any model kit, I'd probably be going into Forge World and buying all kinds of crazy nonsense like a Warlord Titan or something like that. But then again, I probably wouldn't want to build one, but I'd like to buy one.
Yeah, I've not got any kits that I have like Grail kits or anything like that. I've not got anything that I desperately want to build. I just build whatever sort of comes along, as it were. But yeah.
Oh, if money was no object, I'd pay Games Workshop to make plastic Deathcore a Krieg. Damn it. How did I not remember that?
No, sorry, you've had your choice. They were going
Yeah,
to, but now they're
choice.
not. You're too late.
We've lost it now, mate.
I had one chance, I had one job to do.
Yeah. Anyway, right, we'll carry on. Go through the chat again. Athol's pasty wedges with chili sauce in the belly. And on the bench, same as Foxx, only primed.
I'm only building mine on Fridays for 3 hours on a live stream, so mine's taking a bit longer to build, to be fair. Lord Barkley the third answers a question that I don't remember seeing. He says, I can't be bothered half the time as I've got to get the spray booth out. So set up, get the airbrush oil, set that up. By the time we've had enough, put it all back. I guess that was half of the conversation I didn't see the first time.
That was about us sort of losing motivation, going to bed with a bright idea and then losing the motivation by the time we got up.
Yeah, we're quite a long way back in chat at the moment.
Yeah. Bobbins 9000 asks a question. He says, what's the best way of removing enamel paint from a model which was painted several years ago? Dettol is the cheapest way of doing it.
Yeah, use oven pride or oven bright.
Oven pride would work.
Would that take enamel paint off?
Yeah. It takes off lacquer primers. So
well, there you go then.
Yeah. If you want to keep it cheap, oven pride, if you don't mind, highly toxic. It will burn a hole in your carpet. Oven cleaner, or like I say, Dettol. Brown Dettol has to be brown Dettol. Soak it in Dettol. 24 hours, probably. Get it in the Dettol. Scrub it with a toothbrush. Keep it in the Dettol. Do not put water on it at all. No water. Get all the paint off. When it looks all right, dunk it in a bowl of soapy water and rinse it off, and then rinse it off onto the tap. But never put it in water while there's still Dettol and paint on there. It'll go horribly wrong.
Yeah, Philly said the oven pride as well.
Yeah,
I think in the States they call it purple power, don't they?
Purple power is like an oven cleaner. It's a different thing, but yeah. I mean, there are paint strippers, but you never know with the paint stripper what it's going to do to the plastic/resin. If it's a metal kit, it doesn't matter. If it's a plastic kit, you don't really want to risk dunking it in various things. So Dettol's fairly harmless to most plastics. If it's a Gunpla, if it's a Bandai kit, you really are kind of struggling because there's not much that won't damage the plastic. I wouldn't risk it if it's a Bandai kit. It's probably not worth the risk. Their plastic isn't baked and it will fall apart if you look at it funny. So.
Anyway, Michael Jackman, belly, 2 KFC fillet burgers, 1 regular bench, 1 regular fries,
One regular bench.
On his regular bench is 172nd Type 9C U-boat drilling vents. Lots of vents.
Yeah, me and Ted know about drilling vents on U-boats, don't we, Ted?
Been there, done that.
You've been there more than me though, because you had more vents and was bigger.
Yeah, lots of vents on the U-boat. And lots of windows on the Titanic.
Yeah, stop doing these things. It's the easy answer. Just don't make these kits. Do something else.
Before Ted started the Titanic, he's like, I'm not doing a big kit again. I'm not doing a big kit again. What are you doing next? Titanic. Oh.
But he's still doing the digger as well, isn't he?
That was at the request of Pete, mate. No, don't forget.
Yeah, true.
Emma Jane had a week off from work, so built a number of MetLife cardboard building vignettes, including 2 farmyard dioramas. Belly, mainly mini eggs. Nothing wrong with mini eggs.
It's getting near Easter. Yeah, nearly Easter.
Mark's Model says, Belly, leftover baked ham with Dauphinoise potatoes, one of my favourites. Vent is waiting for a special decals to arrive. Oh, yes.
Sprue glue. Yeah, sprue glue. Belly, jacket, spuds. Spud, cheese and beans. Jacket, spud, cheese and beans. Bench empty, but I built and finished the Da Vinci pendulum clock kit.
You finished it, Ted?
As recommended by you. Do I get a ding?
That sounded like a joke.
One day he's going to miss, and you're going to see it go dark in that corner of the smashing town. Can I just say who remembers Spud you like?
Nope, didn't have one of them. No.
Didn't. Oh right, you were never Northern then, were you? Imagine a takeaway place, an eat-in takeaway like KFC or like Wimpy, but they just did baked. They were terrible. They didn't last. They're not still around. Michael Jackman, Airfix 124th Harrier came out in 1975 when I was working for Airfix the second time.
Nice.
Timber says bench testing 3D printer belly BAP good answer, with veggie sausages, brown sauce, onions, and mustard.
Oh, I got one of the meal deals from Tesco today. I got a BAP. It was a meat feast BAP or whatever it was. So I thought, oh, I'll have this in the car while I'm waiting for Mrs. Ted to finish the shopping and to be reheated. What's the point of having a quick snack from Tesco when it says to reheat in the microwave?
You don't have to.
Yeah, it says you have to. Yeah, I bet you have to be heated. So I'll have to look at the labels in future because I felt more. Yeah, so I had to make do with crisps.
People talking about dings and dongs a lot in chat.
Yeah, there's a lot of dongs tonight. A lot of dings going on.
Redlin 08 says,
go on, Chris.
Belly, salted caramel and chocolate hot buns. Bench Lego Child. Like that one. I think
Lego Child. It sounds. If you didn't know what that was, you'd be like, Lego Child, what?
Now, salted caramel, I understand. I'm not overly fond of the salted caramel. I prefer the normal caramel. Chocolate hot buns. Now, I've seen adverts for these chocolate hot cross buns. And I don't think... I like chocolate, but I don't think hot cross buns need chocolate in them. I think they do. Plain hot cross buns, you can put lots of butter and stuff in it, but not chocolate.
Have you ever had Marmite in an hot cross bun? Now, that's nice.
Yes, I have done that. But that's different. That's not, in the... But yes, just...
No, hot cross buns should just have fruit in them, not chocolate. Yeah,
and bacon.
Bacon and
brown sauce.
I don't know about bacon.
Bacon and brown sauce in an hot cross bun.
That's just using an hot cross bun instead of a bun.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Imagine if you had...
Yeah, you want to try.
The thing is, if you put bacon and brown sauce in a hot cross bun, doesn't that just make the hot cross bun a very small tea cake?
You don't normally put bacon in a tea cake, do you?
No, but you'd be more likely to do that because you
are we going to get on to Devon and Cornwall pastries again? Are we, Fox?
No.
I
will admit that there have been times when I've bought some like baps for something and realised I bought tea cakes by mistake. And I'm like, well, it's still getting meat inside it and sauce and stuff. Screw it. I don't care.
Yeah, absolutely.
Little bit of sweet with your savoury. It works quite nicely.
Yeah.
But salted caramel.
Saves you having them after, doesn't it?
I only discovered salted caramel about 2 years ago. My God, it's the nicest thing ever. Where are we up to? Speedy Curator says 1/6 scale Tamiya Kawasaki ZX numbers letters. I don't know, it's a bike with mega detail because I want to build a stunning kit of my bike and no one makes one. Oh, that's the if you had enough money thing.
Above that, Johnny said he's back soon. Girlfriend is here. Johnny, go and bring the girlfriend and show what you watch when she's not around.
Yeah, or unless your hobby is one of those secret hobbies that you don't tell the girlfriend about. We know there are people like that. We know people like that. What do you do for your hobbies?
Stuff.
I build computers.
Mark Schiller's asking Ted, how's the back? So Ted, how's your back doing?
How's your back doing, Ted?
Yeah, I'm trying to sit. Yeah, I'm sitting still. I'm sort of dosed up on painkillers. That's the reason why I'm like I am tonight. But it's painful. It's getting there, but I've got a nice cushion. I've got a nice cushion to sit in the back and a bit of a lumbar support tonight. So
perhaps some gin might help you deal with it.
Gin might have been a problem. Yeah,
because if Ted's talking and he seems a bit like not quite following the conversation, it's because inside his brain it's just going, "In milk, brilliant."
Oh, look, geese.
We've had geese
models.
We've had geese flying over the house a lot over the last couple of weeks for some reason. I don't know why.
Lord Barkley says Ted's going to give a ding miss and take out decks 9, 10, and 11 on the Titanic.
Then they could build a shipwreck diorama.
Now imagine if you did that and did it exactly where the ship actually broke in half, you'd be like, perfect, it's been designed for me.
As intended.
Pete, I need 300 pots of ammo by Meg earth powders.
I've got any rust paint.
And like 3.5 litres of resin.
3.5 litres. Tank. And the rest.
Well, 10.5 litres and a big glass.
37 litres.
Now, it did occur to me the other day, as eModels do radio control and things like that, I was thinking, why didn't I ask him if I could radio control it? Could have had the kit and everything.
Because you have to give it back, Ted, and that's the downside.
Yeah, Pete. Hello, Pete. Yeah, about that Titanic. Well, I've got this part lake and it's in the middle of it somewhere. I don't know where.
Now, I understand radio-controlled cars because you've got the motor that's inside and it's got an axle that's attached to the wheels. But with boats, you've got the motor that's inside and the propellery rotary thing that's outside. So surely that bar has to go through a hole. Why doesn't that let the water in?
Because there's a rubber gasket like on a real ship. There's all gaskets and seals and things.
Because magic.
And yeah, magic.
Yeah, I could explain it to you, but we'd be here all night.
You could explain it to you, but you wouldn't understand. You're not a shipbuilder like Ted.
Stuart Tucker says cheese in a tea cake or hot cross bun is splendid.
Ooh,
Cheese.
Yeah. Paul Di Tommaso asks, isn't there a 1350 space battleship Yamato kit out there? I think there was, but like a long time ago. And it was the original anime version, not the Yamato 2199. The current 1/500 scale is based on the remastered anime, the 2199, so it's kind of different proportions and stuff. A lot more detail. But I think there was a 1350 one, which was like £1 billion. The 1/500 one I've got is about 3 foot long, so you can
Max
imagine how big
Models.
the other one is.
Max Models says that 1/4 scale bike that Colin's doing, but delivered in one humongous box. That would be
If we had an unlimited budget.
Yeah.
Stefan Lass says, hi, late arrival. I would love a 1/48 scale Angel Interceptor from Bandai. Feels like something that would be right up their alley. You mean from UFO? That'd be great, wouldn't it? Is it UFO?
UFO.
Angel Interceptors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Angel Interceptors was Captain Scarlet.
Oh, was it? I thought that was UFO.
It was UFO.
No, UFO was.
UFO. The white fighter planes with the wings like that.
Yeah, that
but
was
they
UFO.
weren't. Yeah, they might have been the Interceptors, but they weren't the Angel Interceptors. Angel's Interceptors were Captain Scarlet.
I'm seeing in my mind an Angel Interceptor, and it's got the Spectrum logo on it. Oh yeah, you're right.
I can remember the one with the big old bomb on the front of it. What was that?
Yeah,
was
the
that
stupid
one from?
the one that was like a sensible shoe.
That was UFO because they're currently running UFO again on the Forces TV on Sky.
UFO was the one with the Dorises with the purple hair, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. So Angel Interceptor was Captain Scarlet then. Okay, that's
There seems to be a strong anti-Marmite rising in the chat tonight. I'm not sure I like it. Gemma has said hot cross buns do not need Marmite, which is obviously wrong. So other people have said other things as well. Spur and Glue says Marmite should be made illegal.
No, Marmite and peanut butter in a hot cross bun.
No, you can keep
Marmite
the peanut butter.
Nutella.
No, don't need that.
Marmite and Nutella. Try it. You try Marmite with Nutella in it.
No.
It mix them together.
No.
I think you can get it now, can't you, Marmite? And
Marmite and peanut butter.
Yeah,
There's a chili Marmite just about to come out.
Yeah, it shouldn't work, but it does. I've got to try Marmite and Nutella now.
Marmite and Nutella. Try it on a small piece of toast or a bread. It's more Marmite than Marmite, as in it's more like it or hate it. I quite like it because I'm an idiot. So, have you ever noticed that we've got this knack of mentioning all the hot button topics that just send chat off in fighting each other?
Oh yeah.
We just seem to every week we say something and it just everybody starts this big fight, the bar fight in the chat.
There is one thing I have noticed, and that's the time.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that time again.
Because you think someone was trying to string it out a bit.
I think there might be. Oh, well, unfortunately, there isn't time for what's in store tonight.
Another 15 minutes, and we'll have got. Look at the time. It's too late for my what's in store.
I wasn't trying to do that at all, but I do need to figure out how the heck to get it into the stream. Hang on. This is going to go wrong now. Can somebody do all the introductions for me while I press lots of the wrong buttons?
No.
Yeah. Shall I do it? I've been accused of sitting in the background too
we
much.
made a
So.
pact last week that because you skived off that we would make you do everything this week.
No, I wouldn't do that to him. He's got to find the things and stuff. And I've been accused of sitting in the background, so I shall come. I shall come full frontal for you all. No, wait, no. I shall present my. No, wait. I'll do the terms and conditions. Foxx has been playing around with the screen. Stop it. It's my turn for the limelight.
I didn't do that. Wasn't me. I didn't do that.
You did. You pressed the button and it did a thing. But
I didn't move you around.
This
all see
is
my
the
screen?
time of the evening when we do the what's in store. It's Fox's turn for what's in store, so it's going to be very, very easy. So you could turn your brain off now, and it will cool down. And by the time he starts,
very, very easy.
it'll be at
It's
the
where
right
we have
level.
a nap, Chris.
We can have a nap yet. Is it Mug Week? It's Mug Week, isn't it?
It's Mug Week, yes.
It's Mug Week as well. So this week, not only can you guess and take part and have the fun, you can win something. You can win. What can you win, Ted?
Press the button.
I'll push the button. Hang on.
Yeah, can win a
I'm
mug.
sitting here looking at me.
The button don't
screen, I'm not
work.
even
I pushed the
watching
button
you
and it
guys.
didn't work. So you can win an eModels mug, an eModels mug, an eModels mug.
Colin, you're missing something.
What?
Are you missing something?
No, it's just over here.
You didn't prepare, did you?
Don't go under the bench, Colin.
There we go.
There we go.
It's
That's what you
really
can win.
weird if you watch this now. All the cups go backwards and forwards.
It just had stuff on it.
Stuff.
Ew.
So you can win yourself one of these. Not one of these because these are ours. You can win your own eModels mug.
Not one of these with a chip in it.
No, not one of the
Yeah,
mine
this has
with
got
the
my
handle
face-
that's
this has got
fallen
mouse
off as
jam
well.
all over
But
it.
yeah, at some point we'll get updated mugs that haven't got bits falling off of them, but not yet. So you need to refresh and drag. It's this way, won't it? It's this way. Refresh and drag to make sure you're watching up to date and live now. It's no good if you're watching 5 seconds ago because you'll be 5 seconds too late. All of the things that Foxx has put what's in store have a underlining uniform theme throughout all of them. You need to find out what that theme is, put it in the chat, and don't press enter until Foxx comes back and says...
Go.
He normally says, what's the theme?
I'll
Go.
come back. I'll say, what's the theme for tonight? Moist.
Right, so don't press enter until Foxx is moist.
Hey,
Is spoken aloud on the stream. Once he speaks that word, then you can come back and join in. But you can type it in because sometimes every second counts. You've got to get it in first, but don't
Yes.
press enter. Don't send it to us. Now, when you do send it to us, as soon as you press enter, it will come up on your chat. But it takes the internet a long time for it to get to us, get to YouTube, and get back to us, and get to the official stream. So you might think you've won, but you might not have. Our decision is final. No comments will be taken into account and stuff and things. So yes, whichever we see first in the chat is the one that wins. So that's about it for me. We'll
Fox
let
is
the person
snoring
go
now,
ahead
now
and
he
go
knows
ahead
how
with the
we-
thing
Oh God, I'm
and the
sorry, I'm
stuff
still
now.
here.
And
Oh, wow. You tell me I'm dragging it out. Wow. Right. Can
I was
can
waiting for you to give me the sign to say you were ready.
Right.
and you
There's
didn't.
a sign. That's not the sign. That's the sign.
Wait a minute.
Oh dear. Right.
So-
Can you all see the goodness?
Instead of playing around like you were asleep, you should have been getting it ready.
I was ready, but then you took it back out again. So shut up. Right. Are we all, can you all see my Google?
Yes, you are good to go.
Right. So yes, as Chris was saying, there is the theme. It's very, very easy. You have to be
Chuck Norris says, "Get on with
non-thinking.
it."
No thinking required. Are you ready? Right. Let's get going. We're going to start with something a bit odd. It's me. No, we're going to start with something else a bit odd. We're going to start with the thing that's behind the camera that I can't see what the name is. Hang on.
Yay.
It's the RPM 135th Chemical Renault FT17 smoke screen version. And I know it should be Renault, not Renault. It's the Chemical Renault, which, as it's a Renault, it was probably terrible. Because we all know that Renaults and Citroens are terrible cars. But it was the Fumatorami, as it says on the box there. It was basically a small sort of tank thing that had the smoke belching out the back to
Yeah,
block
the
people from
Renault,
seeing
the
things.
Renault I had in the 80s was the exact version of this that smoked as well.
Every single Renault car ever made has been based on this platform. They just took the natural talents of the Renault and made it into that basically. So yes, it's a fun little thing. I've never seen that before, but I suppose all kind of weird and wonderful things did appear. Now I'm assuming it's a World War II vehicle because only the Brits had tanks in World War One.
No, the others did as well. I just wondered if this is World War One. I don't know.
Well, I don't know, you see, because it seems a bit advanced for World War One, but then again, it's French, so World War Two it could have been.
It's
that could
not
be
terribly
one.
advanced. It's a tank with the big thing put on the top of it.
I know,
It's not-
but that being
not-
French, that could be the Iraq War for all we know. That could be Operation Desert Storm technology.
What,
They're not
what, does
exactly
it, what
advanced.
does it say in the description?
It says nothing. It says have to ship it. Let me
Nah,
refresh.
click the
and see what
refresh
happens.
Jamie
button.
Bones says it's World War One French.
Yep, no information. But yes, it is World War One. You can tell it's World War One by the weird.
Yeah, I
sort
was
of
just
design.
looking at the tracks that makes it look a bit World War One.
Yeah, it's just kind of. I do like it though. It's kind of epic. It's just kind of
Very similar to the tracks that was on the old Mark IV mail tanks, don't they?
Yeah, but not as good because it's French. But
Dave Cardboard says, we all thought the fart gun in Despicable Me was made up.
so this just went around the battlefield going. So we'll all call it the dad tank from now on.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, it should be the Mike Mountain gun then, shouldn't it?
Is Scaly Models in chat doing his modding?
He was earlier.
Is he? Okay, that's even better then. So yeah, so that's the what's it called? I have to move it up because I have to move it above my camera. It's the RPM 135th Chemical Renault FT17. There you go. And I assume FT stands for
Finished tank. I don't know.
fuming tank. something.
French tank.
I don't think they call their own tank a French tank.
You never know.
You never know. Anyway, that's that weird thing there. Next up, we have.
Dad is in chat. He says, "Yes, I am." Humph.
For those that don't know, I'll let you tell the story, Colin.
There's been multiple streams I've done where the dulcet tones of a certain Mr. Mountain and his parpage may have been picked up by the microphone.
Oh yeah.
Most recently today.
a few gaseous goofs.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Sunday brunch.
Yes. Anyway, so that's the RPM 135th at Chemical Renault. A bit like Chemical Romance, but not. Next up, AK Interactive Tracks and Wheels. Yes, it's a weathering and paint set. For all your weathering and paint needs. 6 new colours included in this paint set are specifically designed to aid the modeller in creating a realistic appearance of all types of wheels and tracks. Includes some colours that I won't go through. It's a dark colour, a light rust colour, and a dark grey colour. And then we have 2 dry mud and light dust tones. So you can get the right base colours and the light tones. I often find tracks are really, really hard to get. Everybody else can paint tracks apart from me, I find. Whenever I see someone who's painted tracks and weather them, they look like real metal tracks. When I do it, it just looks like painted. So I might have to get myself one of these and give it a whirl.
Yeah, these colours are quite good, and they do work on rubber band tracks as well if you do it right.
Because you can see there quite easily. You've got a light grey, a dark grey or black. You've got a rusty brown colour and a dark rusty brown colour. Perfect. Because tracks are usually rusty anyway.
Yeah,
Tyres are obviously grey.
Yeah, the secret is to get a good rust base down. I've got some here. I think it's it's MIG, but this is track primer. It's like a rusty brown.
Is that the Viejo track primer?
This is the MIG one.
Oh yeah, that's the mistake a lot of people often make is they paint tracks silver and then weather them. But it's like, if it's not a brand new tank, it's better to paint them a dark rusty colour if you want a sort of weathered track, and then add the metallics back afterwards.
You do your highlights in silver where it makes contact with the surface and things like that. It'll rub off. And,
and then
any moving bits that move against each other will be nice and clean and shiny, or a bit.
And then the slightest hint of graphite for that extra touch. But yeah, a lot of people will make that mistake of just painting them silver, and it's like, even when it rolls off the factory floor, they're still going to be like dark steel colours rather than bright silver. But Anyway, so there we have the AK Interactive Tracks and Wheels. Very good paints, very good AK Interactive pigments are really, really great. It's a steal at 19 quid because you're getting 2 awesome powders.
It usually works out when you look at these kits. Usually get something like a bottle free.
Yes.
If you worked out and bought them all individually,
And sorry, they're not powders, by the way. They're all paints. I thought they were powders. They're not. They're all paints. But you can make them into washes and stuff. So yeah, pick those up. They are awesome, awesome, awesome things. Excuse me. Now, there's always a rule. You know the rule. What's the rule about item number 3?
Oh, I thought you meant the rule about finger words that Colin's been flaunting.
Has he?
No, I was answering the question, mate.
Have you been doing the finger words, Colin?
Yeah, because I didn't want to interrupt you, mate.
Do we need to come back to the main screen and do the finger of shame?
Oh, you can do it because I can see the 4 of you down there, mate. I just didn't want to interrupt you.
Can everybody in chat please just type finger of shame? Thank you. and we'll leave it at that. So yes, the rule about number 3 is if you're going to buy anything. Oh, don't forget, by the way, folks, we don't know how many of all these items are in stock because we don't work for eModels. If any of these tickle your fancy and you want to pick one up, don't hang around.
Slap it in your basket.
Yes, and don't forget, even if you have it in your basket, check it out there and then because
it's not yours till you check it out.
Yeah, if they've got one in stock and you put it in your basket and then somebody else comes along and buys it, you're knackered. So we don't know how many they've got. So if anything tickles your fancy, slap it in your basket and get it paid for. And because the reason I said that is because you have to buy, if you buy nothing else, you have to buy the item number 3. Cashier number 3, please. which is the RPM 135th Minenraumer. Ja, das ist richtig, Minenraumer.
Oh,
Now this looks just fantastic. It's just a big chunky fat boy. I love it. I actually did some reading up on this because I was like, what the hell is that?
yeah, yes, Colin, go ahead.
Can we give a finger of shame to Mr. Gross, please? Only he's been typing in the chat.
I did.
Finger of shame.
No such
Can everybody
thing. A little bit.
Everybody in
but-
chat also type finger of shame a second time, please. for Christ's sake.
Lynn's in chat. She types finger of sham.
Finger of shame. That's the Dollar Tree finger of shame. That is. Yeah. So I saw this and I was like, look at that big fat boy. Look at that chunky boy there. I looked this up, right, because that just looks like the stupidest thing ever. It looks like it looks like early 1980s Warhammer kind of artwork. I looked it up. It's a real thing. They made, I think, 1 or 2 prototypes that didn't quite work out. The idea was it was supposed to pootle along the battlefield. It's the clearance between the floor and the lower bit of the hull is like 12 feet. To give you an idea how tall it is, that's about 12 foot off the ground. And it would pootle along. What you can't see is you've got the bit at the front, and then it's this thin, long bit that's about 40 foot long to the rear wheel. It's a 3-wheel thing. 3 drive units. And it's supposed to trundle along, blowing up all the mines, but that's why the body's lifted up in the air. Apparently, it worked really well against mines. The problem was it weighed like 1,000 tons, and it just disappeared into the mud. And it also didn't go very fast, and was an absolute pig to steer, so it never got past the actual working prototype stage. There's one in a museum somewhere that they recovered.
You think that's how they discovered that they needed to make a Mark II? Right, off we go. Yes. Oh, looks brilliant.
Yeah. Okay, what we need is like 32 wheels on each side going outwards. So it's like basically just these big fat. It's like a tank, but instead of having like 12 wheels and 1 track unit, there's just like 1 wheel and 12 track units. So I love it. It's just this big fat rubber treaded track wheel chunky bizarre.
Someone in the chat says, yeah, it's been war-hammered up already for you.
Yeah, it's just great.
How's
I love
that
it.
stuff?
I love that kind of like just like what were they drinking design. So I thought I'd get this one because this is the first thing I chose to learn. It's like that is just so adorable. So it is the RPM 135th Minenraumer. I like that. I like that. It's going to be quite big as well because it was a big tank vehicle thing. So there you go. That's the one you have to buy if you're going to buy anything tonight. Any information? Let's have a look. Let's have a look and see. No informations. Next up, we have the going a bit weird again. Ted will like this. It's the I can't see because of my camera. It's the Dragon 135th IJN Type 2 Kami amphibious tank, Japanese Navy tank. Look at that. Look at that. I like that.
Yeah, it looks like an argument between somebody designing a submarine and somebody designing. I want tracks on it. No, it's a submarine. Yeah, but I want tracks on it. It's a submarine. I want tracks on it. All right, we'll put tracks on it.
You know what would look really good on that though? If you put a shark mouth on it.
Oh,
yeah,
shark mouth.
brilliant.
What's the shark mouth noise? There you go. I got it wrong the first time. The thing I like about this is the little turret, which isn't so much tank turret as something out of Terrorhawks. It's like the Zoid tank out of Terrorhawks. It's like a really badly designed Jerry Anderson model. It's just great. I love it. So I like this. If you have any information on this, there is some information on this because I read it earlier. It says IGN Type 2 Kami with floating pontoons. As model makers around the world have been getting a lot more interested in Japanese armor after Dragon released its kit of the Chiha. Let's have a look and see. What does it say about the kit? Does it say there's widespread use of slide molds to create crisp detail? Easy to assemble DS tracks. This Type 2 Kami with a unique vehicle platform and so on. Yeah, it's a nice kit. Look at that. More pictures. So nice and simple. Doesn't look like a particularly complicated kit to build. But it's Dragon, so you can be assured of excellent build quality. It's fairly new tooling as well, so you can be assured of an awesome kit there. But I just like that. It does need a shark mouth.
You could make a whole shelf full of amphibious type vehicles, couldn't you, rather than just tanks?
Yeah. And I've got to say, Ted, it looks a bit better than your Landwasser Schlepper German thing that just looked like it had gone wrong.
No, it doesn't.
Because they literally just
Fighting
put tracks
talk.
on a boat, whereas this one they've got all streamlined. It's all sleek.
Yeah, but this one hasn't got a puppy dog on the box art.
Yeah,
No,
there's no
and
way.
it's got a silly like chemical toilet vent on the top as well. I don't quite understand that. That's the porter cabin at the back where the guy goes for his wee. Oh, I forgot to flush. Oh. So yes, that is the Dragon 135th IGN Type 2 Cami amphibious tank. There you go.
Without a puppy.
Without a puppy, but with Zoid turret. There you go. Oh dear, how sad. Never mind. Next, I'm getting all the weird brands today, aren't I? I didn't do this deliberately. We had all the brand names. We have the T Model 172nd World War II German railway tracks double pack. And you might wonder, why would you want to buy these? Well, you might be making a diorama, and you might need to have railway tracks in it. And you don't often see 1/72nd scale railway tracks, really.
I'm
Go
just trying to think. Is 1/72nd HO double O?
It's almost, but not quite. But
Yeah,
have you
it's-
noticed there's actually a spelling error on the artwork? I've just noticed. World War II German railway tracks 177 Sackle.
Sackle, yeah.
Sackle. But yes, so it is. They're kind of handy if you're doing like dioramas. I don't know if it's an actual standard railway gauge, model railway gauge, which is why I think they've designed them for dioramas. If you want to be in scale with your 1/72nd scale bits and bobs.
Yeah,
one
Brandon says 1/72nd is double O.
Yeah,
so
and Johnny says 186 is HO. So if you're doing a 1/72nd scale kit and you want the tracks in it, you want railway tracks in it, and you want it to be accurate, there you go. You've got some track pieces here. 1495. Again, it's going to be a good time.
you may not actually need to build any railway sort of vehicles to go on it. You could do like a tank crossing a railway or holding a section of the line.
Well, you could just be the tank tracks. Could be the railway tracks are just part of the terrain in the background.
Yeah.
Just you could have a bridge with some tracks collapsing. I'm sure they're probably bendable, or I don't know if they're metal or what have you. Doesn't say if they're metal or whatever, but yeah, check it out. 14 quid, brilliant. Diorama scenery, always a winner. And last of all, we have, now I saved the best one for last because this is a bit of a classic. I've saved this one for last. This is the Tamiya 135th FAMO and SDA H116 tank transport. Yeah.
Is that new artwork? I've never...
No, I don't know what this is. Not the box artwork. This is somebody's made this with really poor Photoshop skills, because this is not the actual box art. I don't know what this artwork is. I'm guessing James Mate found this image somewhere and used it, because that's not the actual box art, but it is a proper Tamiya kit. Don't panic. If you've been making Tamiya kits for a long time, you've probably at some point made the FAMO. Because
I've not actually built the FAMO myself, but I know it's a huge vehicle, isn't it?
it is. It's a massive. It's got like 352 people in it, as you can see there. And I've made it when I was in an experienced modeler, and that was a bad idea because it's not a complicated build, but it's a big build. Just the FAMO by itself and all the dudes, and I was only like 12, and it was a really bad idea. But yeah, for us lot now. But this is the FAMO and the tank transporter, and I remember wanting this when I was a kid and be like, oh, but I never got it. Obviously, you can see because it's not a cheap kit, but it's one of the legendary classic kits. You get in the tank transporter and dudes, and you get in the entire FAMO as well. And of course, it is totally compatible with any 1/35th scale tank because it's a 1/35th scale tank transporter. So you could, like it shows there, little Panzer IV. You can stick any 1/35th scale German tank on the back of that, and it will fit perfectly.
Cool. And it's got the little steering track to go on the back as well.
Yeah, it's got the little sort of what looks like half a Jeep, half a truck cab on the back there. I love the fact that Tamiya gave all the sort of German soldiers just this resting poses. You don't see the dudes in the truck, but they're all just like sitting around, looking around and having a good time.
Yeah, I suppose that once you've transported your tank to the front and it's got off, and now what do we do? Yeah.
But this is a legendary Tamiya kit, and it's well worth the money because it is a massive kit. Like Ted said, the FAMO just by itself is enormous, as you can see by the dudes in there. So it's a nice big kit. These photographs look very 1970s, early 80s. So I would suspect pretty much anybody watching right now will do a much better paint job than that.
Yep.
Because this model looks like it was painted in the days before most of our weathering products. So,
Peter Rogers says that it's famous. It's not so much dearer than when it came out, and that was without the trailer. So
so that's some things just hold their value through the years. So it's especially kits like these. So if you have been looking at one of these, grab it. Now don't forget, of course, everything at eModels is at the very least 10% off RRP, so you're saving yourself a little bit of money there. Saving 14 quid on that. So yeah, absolutely legendary kit. It's the Tamiya 135th Famo and SDA H116 tank transport.
Philly says it'll make a great shelf filler.
Yeah, you get a better idea size of it there. Look at that. That's with a tank on it.
Yeah, Michael Jackman says, can't wait to see a King Tiger on it.
Yep. That is, I say, it will. I would assume it will fit any standard 135th German Tamiya tank kit because I assume the Germans designed it to fit all of their tanks. I don't know. But yeah, no information sadly. But it's a legendary kit. It's been around for a long time, and that's the beauty of Tamiya kits. You buy a kit they tooled 40 years ago. It's still a great kit even today. So. There you go. So I'll quickly go back and go through them very quickly so we can have a guess at the theme. I'm sure you've already got it by now. So we have the RPM 135th Chemical Renault FT17 smokescreen version. We have the AK Interactive Menu Discipline, AK Interactive Track and Wheels set. I can't see the words behind my camera. God damn it, Fox. We have the RPM 135th Meinen Raume. Das ist richtig.
Yeah.
The Dragon 135th I can't see it. Dragon 135th IJN Type 2 Cami amphibious tank. The T model 172nd World War II German railway tracks, although I don't know why they wouldn't be suitable for anything before or after World War II and not German, but there you go. And of course the legendary Tamiya 135th Famo SDA H116 tank transport. So I shall stop sharing. I shall come back to the world. Now, I did say there was a theme. It's not as complicated as you think it is. What's the theme for tonight? Go.
Yes.
Remember, it's the first person I see in chat with the right answer. Or any of... I will give it to Sprue and Glue. He says tracks and wheels. It's actually just tracks, but I'll give it to you because you got tracks in there. So Sprue and Glue, Sprue and Glue even. Sprue and Glue, well done. You were the first person in there. You have won yourself an mug.
And mug.
Do I need to go through and explain it to everybody?
Well done, Sprue and Glue.
Does it need me to go through and explain anything? I don't think it does.
No,
does it?
I think folks kept track of that.
Yeah, I think they got all the links, didn't they?
Yeah, well done, Colin.
Yeah, so well done, Sprue and Glue. If you want to claim your mug, all you need to do is send an email to that email address up there, ted@emodels.co.uk.
He's asking in the chat, can he donate the mug?
You mean to someone else in chat? You can do, although we normally just say don't answer because then it's easier. Who does he want to donate it to? Doesn't make any difference to us. It's easier if you don't want it to not answer. Go on, yeah, feel free. Let us know. Whoever you want to give it to, send an email to ted@emodels.co.uk with your name, address, and phone number in case the courier needs it, and just say you want an mug. Who are we giving it to? I would like Chris to have it. Which Chris? What? Eh?
Oh,
Chris,
me.
as in
I've
him
got one.
there.
I'm
Chris,
here.
as
No, mine's all right. I've glued the handle back on. It's fine.
No, don't donate it to us. We can get it free anytime. I've got like 12 in the cupboard.
Yeah, that's very nice of you, Sprue and Glue. Very, very honourable, but he's got one.
In that case, Sprue, you can have it. So just send us an email. ted@emodels.co.uk with your name, address, and phone number just in case, and we'll forward it on to the guys and get them to send it out to you. So well done.
Yay.
Cool.
Sprue and Glue says he has a tatty mug.
No, it's a lovely mug. It's just got some tape round it where I glued the handle back on.
And he's just never got round. Well, we haven't got round to asking James or Pete one because they forget, and we're on the bottom of the list. So
He's just too stubborn to get a new one. He doesn't want a new one because he's repaired it.
Chris,
I was going to get a new
one.
one when we went to eModels last year, but
It's because we've grown fond of our damaged mug.
Well, yeah, because we was going to get the builders mugs, weren't we? That's what we was waiting for. So
Well, yeah, we're going to get the ones with us on them.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
one coming out have been on fire. We might get them. So
They
Yeah, but
didn't happen, and we didn't go eModels, so we didn't pick them up. So
Chris, when I can go out and post things again, I'll send you one of my like 12 eModels. I don't know why I've got some. I think it was like I get one and one from Mama Fox, and I've got like 7 of them. And I'm quite
we're like magpies when we're up there. Oh, whilst I'm here.
oh yeah. Yeah, I haven't got anything space for any more mugs, but never mind.
Yeah, we take it in turns to keep James occupied
Yeah.
while another one ratchets round the shelves and picks one.
We rifle through the racks, don't we? Yeah.
I can't explain the feeling when you're going through the shelves and you actually find the box full of mugs. It's like, ooh.
Yeah.
You kind of
Lights
open the
up,
box.
doesn't it?
Yeah, the light comes out. It's like, ah. And then you do that. Then you're like that German guy on the Raiders of the Lost Ark where the face melts.
we've got 2 more things to do tonight. Which order are we going to do them in?
Oh, yeah.
Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you to Sprue and Glue for thinking of Chris.
I didn't
But-
thank you very much.
But
for
you
the
can't
thought,
get out
but-
of it. You're having an eModels mug, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, it's people taking pity on the quiet one, the one that sits there in the back, looking
Yeah.
quiet and sorry for himself.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we do have an announcement. I actually see that Making Models is in the chat tonight. Yes, he sneaked in
What a
there.
coincidence.
Yeah, he sneaked in there whilst we were having a bit of a
Beer.
while
No,
we were
pint,
doing the
no.
what's in store.
Is that the one we're doing? Is it first?
Yeah,
It sounds
we'll
like
do that
Ted's
one
done it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was
yeah,
like,
that's all. That's all we're going to say. That Making Models, Carl's in the chat tonight. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
absolutely.
Yeah. However, what we would like to do is we would like you to welcome aboard Carl Making Models, who is going to do a guest build for us. He's going to become part of the eModels team, and shortly he'll be bringing out some videos of how to build and how the way that he builds his it's First World War ambulance, isn't it? Has somebody got-
Yeah, would you like me to conveniently share the picture?
Yeah, you may do that, yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Carl
Yes.
is going to be joining us as the guest builder, and he's going to be doing the Model T 1917 ambulance by ICM. And part 1 is a
ICM.
box review and preparation. So, welcome aboard, Carl.
Welcome aboard, dude.
Absolutely.
We're all happy to have you on board, mate, and enjoy the experience, mate.
Have you done the video yet? Have you finished yet? Is it done now?
Yeah, get Phil
yeah,
on
have
the
you done it
episodes yet.
Yeah,
When
you
we
finished-
watch it, Carl, come on, get a move on.
Yeah, put a fire under it.
Yeah, you got it last week. You should have finished the build by now.
Absolutely.
Well, I did that SDK of Z for the eModels guys in like 4 days. So
Yeah, so look out for that on the eModels channel, and say hello to our new guest builder.
yeah, big fat welcome to Carl. Can't wait to see his shizzle come through. Should
I'm
be good.
looking forward to it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Cool. So, well, time is getting on, and we're getting into overtime now. So, do we need to do something else?
There's the other thing we're going to do. We're giving away a thing.
Things and giving away things.
We're going to give away one of them. It is the Zvezda 1144 Airbus. It's a big kit. It's a little kit because it's 144, but it's a big plane, so it's going to be a decent sized kit. It doesn't tell us anything about it at all. More information is just that it's a kit, basically. So yeah.
Information. It's a kit.
But you too can win one of these. It's a big plane. It's got wheels and wings.
With windows.
How big are
engines.
the 1/44 scale planes that you built? Because you built a couple of big planes.
I've done a
You
couple
built
of
some
big
the
planes.
Russian
I haven't actually
transporters.
done anything like the Airbus, but I would assume it's going to be about a foot long.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not far wrong, mate.
So yes, you can have one of those for the massive price of nothing.
Exactly.
All you
Nothing
have to do
free for a pound.
free for no, don't no. It's one for nothing. That's it. You don't get nothing for a pound.
Nothing for a pound.
To win this, all you have to do is leave a comment on this week's video once it's a video in the YouTube player. What comment? You'll never think these things through.
Bobbin says Zvezda makes some really good airliners. So yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, they do. They do a lot of 144 scale planes as well, and especially a lot of 144 scale Russian cargo planes and stuff because they're all massive. They should put a comment about big. No, that's probably not going to work. That's a bad idea. Comment about birds.
airplanes.
I don't know. I think it's about planes.
Airplanes, airports.
Yeah, something flight
Name
related.
their airline.
Where would you go on where would you go on holiday on an airliner if you could go anywhere in the world?
There you
Yeah.
go.
Where would you take a plane to?
You'll fly to destination. There
Yeah.
you go.
Cashier number 4, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can have
Keep
more
it
than
family
one,
friendly because we might
yeah,
leave
you
them
can
out.
have more than one destination, even if it doesn't have an airport. Yeah.
Please write down your entire itinerary for the whole 2-week calendar.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just wait till this stream is finished. It'll be a normal video on the eModels YouTube channel. Don't put it in chat now, but stick a comment when it's a normal video on tonight's show. Just say where you'd go if you could take a flight to anywhere. And we will pick a random winner next week from the YouTube comments who will win that kit for the freeness at no cost to themselves.
Absolutely
There you go.
nothing.
Yes.
Cool. Brilliant. Yeah, and I just noticed in chat, somebody that was late in tonight, Common Road Junction says,
Oh, yes.
I forgot you guys were on. But how
Finger of shame.
it's Monday.
Everybody in chat, Colin, Chris, you're not doing the finger of shame.
Yeah, Archie, finger of shame.
Everybody in chat, do the finger of shame. I think we should get the chat to join in now and do the finger of shame.
I can imagine there's a lot of people pointing at their webcams.
Yeah.
Doing that. I'd be worried if they're watching our stream with the webcam in the
Archie's
middle of the
there
screen.
going, oh no, don't, I feel ashamed.
I just tried to sneak in and everything, and now I'm at the front of the class.
No.
Yeah, it's like when you're in watching comedian, isn't it? And you think I need to go to the toilet, but I don't.
Oh, that's the worst thing you can do, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Lynn Dipple says, oh, hi, Lynn. Lynn Dipple says, no worries, I just got home from work during the What's in Store. Scale Modelling Chaos says, I think he's referring to the Zvezda plane. He says the dimensions are 26 by 23.5 times by 8 centimetres.
So, yeah, just under a foot.
But is that the box or is that the actual kit?
I would assume that's the kit, isn't it?
Nice old Swedish scheme, that. I assume that's the livery on the plane.
Yeah.
SAS, what's that?
People are actually putting in the finger of shame in chat. I love it. I love it. Scaly Model says, take no notice of the nasty men.
Yeah, bless.
We really love you all.
Yeah, Common Road knows that we love him, really.
Archie's walking around his man cave now going, it's not fair, they all gave me the finger of shame. It's not fair.
Mum, they're pointing at me, they're pointing at me. It's not fair.
All the plane no more.
Well, come next week.
Yeah, we'll have to get T-shirts made, won't we, with finger of shame.
Yeah. Wait till he comes into one of our streams, I'll be there going, Archie. Yeah.
In fact, what we should start doing is like each week just say, right, this week you have won yourself a finger of shame T-shirt.
Yeah.
But then Peter'd have to pay for it.
Right.
And you'd have to remember it as well, wouldn't he?
Yes. I don't know.
Right.
Sprue and Glue has sent a mail with his details.
Brilliant. I'll get that. I'll pick it up later and forward it on to James when we'll forward it, because it comes from factory. It comes from the shop, and it comes direct from them. So we'll forward your email. Right. Well, I think it's time that we wrapped up for the evening. Isn't it? Yes, it's getting tired, and it's time for gin, and I've got to go to work tomorrow and things like that. And yeah, my back has lasted out, so it can't be too bad. It's just when I try.
Well, I would try and get out of the man cave now while you can.
Yeah.
Keep going. Yeah, keep
He
going.
literally sent us a thing last week saying it took me an hour to get out of the loft last week after we finished the show.
But anyway, in the meantime, we'll leave you all with it. And thank you very much for joining us. And we'll hope to see you all again next week for more mayhem, mirth, joviality, nostalgia, and just general chit chat, because that's what we do best.
Yes.
So anyway, it's time for now for Chris to press the button while we once again leave you in the what should we leave in the style of this week?
Police Squad, isn't it?
Police Squad again, we might as well.
Yeah, we'll leave you in the style of Police Squad. So good night, everybody. Bye.
Can't blank.
I haven't pressed the button yet. Put your hand back up.
Chris can't press the button if he's frozen.